Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Ashmantoons at Food Fight Studios. What's going on guys? We have been doing some really cool stuff behind the scenes working on the Battle Bunnies NFT franchise. One of those things is building the virtual reality universe. It looks absolutely wicked. Luckily for you guys, Mike, Jon and Sharon recently showed it off and they recorded it. So, without further ado, let's get into it.
Welcome to the Battle Bunnies universe, or the Bunnyverse as we call it. Built out the hearth tree. There's Jon and his avatar.
Yep, don't need to go that close to me, but I get it.
Ooh, that close? No.
Yep, very cool.
That close. And there's Narf right there. We're just gonna take a quick tour here. So you guys are gonna lead the way because I'm filming you guys. So
All right. Well, I don't know what it looks like on the screen here, but when you're in here, there's a massive tree behind you, which is a big center of the Battle Bunnies universe. As we were modeling out for 3D animation, we put this puppy in here, and it is massive when you were sitting here. Wouldn't you say, Frank?
Yes, I was trying. I wanted to look up, and you can see how little I am when I get near the tree.
Yep. So we're going to be doing some meetups and some cool things inside this VR world, but you don't need an Oculus to jump in here. But there'll be some really cool things that I'm sure Frank will spill the beans on as we're chatting. But let's just walk around the world, Mike, and show everything that is the start, which is just the start. We have so many detailed plans for this world and so many things that we can do inside this place. And really it's one method and one form to tell the story of the Battle Bunnies and use some games of and some fun activities inside this one component of VR. Here's Krista.
Yep.
Krista's here.
oh, Krista popped in. Nice. Say hi, Krista.
Hey.
So the obvious question, why doesn't anybody have legs? Altspace does not incorporate legs into their avatars, so that would be the answer to that. But we don't need them. We're hopping around anyway. As you can see, as we enter the tree, there's quite a bit of detail. This is actually going to be a staging area. So we're going to have some pretty cool stuff up here. AMAs, we're going to have some alpha calls delivered in the VR space. This is basically an assembly forum. We can come, we can hang out, we can have reveal parties. We can do anything in here, really. This screen can ultimately turn into a live stream. So we can live stream event in here too. We can run movies, we can play the animations, we can do all sorts of stuff in here.
A Battle Bunnies animation preview or something along those lines.
Yep.
We can play the premieres of the animations in here.
So keep this room in the back of your mind. This room is textured. It will be, fine-tuned with a little bit more detail. And then the idea is to ultimately have some portals that will bring you to various other sections within the tree. So we'll have a grimoire room, for example, which will be a completely separate world, which could be accessed through this world. So think of this world in its entirety as sort of like the Battle Bunnies hub. Oh, there's Sharon. Hi, Sharon. Say hi. So as you can see, we dropped in our elite guard Spartan, and his job is to guard the hearth tree.
Yes.
So I'm gonna play film crew, and I'm just gonna kind of walk backwards here and watch you guys. Try not to teleport; it gets a little confusing. And if you guys have any questions in the meantime, as we're walking through this world, pop in.
Down the bunny trail.
Yeah,
Oh.
Frank's not hopping anywhere. Frank's like roller skating everywhere. You see Frank just zoom right past everybody.
I'll give you a little preview of that. It's kind of an easier way to get around in the world. It's just teleporting. So rather than walking for miles and miles on end, which I guess typical bunnies would do anyway, you can teleport with a little bit more ease. So an overhead view shot of this will give you kind of a glimpse that there's 5 paths to choose from. And each of these paths are going to bring you to a separate section, which will be decked out and ultimately become a portal to another world. So this think of this world, but in each of the various elements of the Battle Bunnies universe. So you're going to have Snowflake Valley. We're going to have the Crags of Croy. We're going to have all sorts of different things. Delirium Forest. All of those will be built out in these separate worlds and all accessible from this primary hub of the Battle Bunnies, which is going to make it pretty cool because we can incorporate games that allow you to enter different worlds and then bring everything back into this world to accumulate points or to win the game or do whatever you got to do. But for the time being, we're going to incorporate some games and some scavenger hunts and stuff into this world. This is an awesome world to play hide and seek. It's a very big world. So once we kind of open it up on the desktop version, which will provide some instructions this week on how to do, anybody can pop in at any time. We can schedule different things. We can just come in at your leisure. You can show some friends. The world is open to all of us to use. So we're going to make our way down this path, and to all our pirate friends, we have our little pirate ship in the distance. This is a placeholder for the Queen's Hair Revenge, which will be modeled out. And ultimately, this is going to be the entrance to the pirate world. So as we take a little stroll on the beach here, we're going to make our way to, I guess, the north end. Just kind of watch everybody stroll down together, hold hands, and sing love songs on the beach.
So I don't know how many other people are dying laughing right now, but Frank is like everywhere. And as soon as you move your camera, it's like he jumps to try to get your point of view.
Yes.
So we're over here dying laughing.
Awesome. We made the stage long enough for somebody and Frank inside the hurt tree. So all right. So on the north side of the island here, we have a little treasure chest. And when everybody gets here, it's actually, besides just a treasure chest, which is pretty cool, it has some nice detail to it, it's actually an access portal that brings you aboard the ship. So here we have the entire ship modeled out. The entire ship is, it's called a collidable feature, so people can utilize it. There's going to be some Easter eggs and some scavenger hunt items that could be here. We have some details lined up with cannons and, you know, all sorts of flags and sails and all that stuff. So a lot of effort was put into making sure that we can have at least this type of element in time to show you guys for this little walkthrough. Pop up, and you know, we can just get to the front of the ship up here, and you know, you can actually kind of get a glimpse of how big the world really is. Whoops,
We can
I fell
have
off
the
the boat.
Titanic moment up here.
I gotta go back. Give me a second, guys. Sorry. Man overboard. There we go.
Frank's jazz hands up there throwing you off.
Yeah, there you go. Good call, right on cue. Yeah, so this is the ship for the time being, and again, we're going to have an access portal here that will actually bring you to a pirate's world. That world might be aboard another ship in just a larger capacity. It might be an island setting with a ship that's docked. We're still in the development phases of that, but this is really where we're going to be able to get to that point. I'm going to come up here because it's going to show you guys. Forgive me, I'm doing a lot of the talking, so I'm interrupting anybody. Just shut me up.
I think it's going to be the bar. I mean, I think it's going to be the bar. I don't know if that's been named yet, but the tavern or whatever.
But
Oh, yeah.
The Lucky Rabbit's foot?
The Lucky Rabbit's foot.
Or maybe just the Lucky Rabbit?
The Lucky Rabbit.
Maybe that's where certain pirate bunnies go to get lucky.
Mhm.
I guess so.
There you go. So as you can see, the hurt tree in the distance is the focal point. It's the highest point in this world. So you can see it from every corner. It's one of the, I guess, identifying factors that we're gonna make basically a showcase here. And it gives you kind of an idea of the landscape on how big this world really is. We're gonna make our way off this boat and we're gonna head towards the mountains over here, and we're gonna do a little mountain climbing. This one gets a little tricky when you start doing the walkthroughs, because some of the peaks are a little steep, so you have to find that sweet spot on how you could navigate your way around it, and then ultimately climb up the mountains.
how do you fly, Frank?
I have special powers like Superman.
I turned it on, but I don't know what button.
You,
Forward and look
You-
in the direction you want to fly.
yeah,
If you want to fly up, just push forward. and
What?
Look up, and you'll start to fly up. Look in the direction you want to fly, and then hold the trigger on your left.
Oh, snap.
Frank's like Doug in Second Life. on The Office. He's just flying around.
That's right. They gave me special powers.
We gave you guys Neo powers from the Matrix, so it's gonna be a little tricky to give everybody those powers. We might do it selectively. It might be a reward for some of the games that we could win. Who knows?
That's right.
But yep. So as you can see here, this is actually a behind the scenes. This path is actually blocked off if we were to walk through it traditionally, but it'll give you behind the scenes of kind of like a little inlet area, and this will be decked out for whatever world this section will lead to. So for example, if this is going to be the world to Snowflake Valley, there'll be all this decked out items that lead you into Snowflake Valley, and ultimately which will bring you will be here on the island. And Frank's jazz hands can prove that.
I was waving to y'all.
So we've already had some testing features with some really cool items, weapons included. And as you can see on the screen here, nobody can see me because I'm hidden in this bush, which again makes game like hide and seek or scavenger hunt with different items that we can place all over the world pretty unique. So little fun games, little fun stuff that we can do in here. We're going to start opening up this world and having more events in there and stuff. Possibly even hold AMAs with other projects just to kind of, you know, show some validity to the work that we put into this. And this is what I was talking about earlier. It's difficult to access. There we go.
Fly.
Because we went behind the scenes.
Yeah, I think this is perfect timing too, because there's a lot more individuals starting to put their NFTs in spatial as a gallery. So to have this expansive world for people to navigate through, I think is awesome.
Cool. And look, guys, we're open to suggestions too, right? I mean, if you guys have anything that you want to see in here, I mean, we can see if we can make it work. You know, there's definitely limitations, but we've been able to circumvent a lot of them to get this world to where it's at right now. There is a lot of detail. As you can see, the grasses are moving, the leaves are moving. The sky has motion to it as well, with some haze and some fog and beautiful starry night. The leaves in the hurt tree sway back and forth as well. I mean, you know, these take up a lot of bandwidth within a world like this, and in order to make sure that it's engaging and it's interactive as well, we had to play around with some different ideas to make it work. But we're open to suggestions on whatever you guys want to bring to the table. Again, this is your world.
Can you get up to the mountains and show how big it is?
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
You could go up to the top of the bunny tree.
Yeah, I don't have the ability to fly in this character.
Oh.
That's I didn't earn it yet. I'm gonna try the mountain thing first.
And then there's we got some Battle Bunny weapons and stuff like that I've seen.
Are those carrot? Is that carrot gun still here?
No, that's the carrot gun was it was not added to this particular world.
Got it.
But yeah, we do have a pretty cool carrot gun that fires carrots.
So much fun.
Yep. Yeah, I mean there are things that we can do that are fun. Like you can literally duel with weapons, Battle Bunny weapons that are actually fun. I'm not a gamer, man, but I've had a blast being in here and doing some of the cool things. And hide and seek sounds goofy, but I'm telling you, when everybody's here, you're chatting with them. It was a fun, cool experience. We played things like Squid Games and did some really cool things in here. But we'll incorporate some gamified experiences where you don't need a VR headset to use it. But if there's things like finding weapons or quests of treasure that will be very beneficial to the stuff that we're dumping out here. It could be an NFT that's part of the collectibles. It could be a weapon that allows more powerful things in some of the games we're doing, but there's a lot of cool things that we are testing out in here.
The other cool thing that I saw, Mike, do you remember where you can play like Cards Against Humanity or certain things inside here? And I thought about
that was
too.
cool.
Or we could have a little tournaments or just stuff for the community and for us to hang out in this space together and do events, do things to win stuff, and just keep collecting and growing.
Yeah, I mean, look, the bottom line is Discord is awesome. It's a great way to keep everybody kind of in the same place, engaged and stuff. But this adds a whole different element to what we can do as, this little community. Bring everybody together, kind of, look at cartoon version of Jon.
Creep? You gotta tell me.
You asked me to come up to the mountain.
I didn't. You gotta tell me when you arrived.
Hey, man. Film crew is always incognito.
Jon gets bored one day, day we see him inside the VR space.
I missed what you
So he
said,
spends a lot
but
of
I bet you it's a good zinger. I
What?
missed what you said, but I bet you it was a good zinger.
Oh, that you get more tan day by day in the VR space.
Every
So you're
time you
spending
mention
time-
that I'm tan, I get a shade more red. That's for sure.
So yeah, the rest of the world are just those little padded islands that are popping around. There's 5 of them, and then there's a primary path here, which will, spoiler alert, it will be the one that brings you to Snowflake Valley. As you can see, we've already started the background decor on that, and then we have the Pirates World on this one, which instead of the island, it's a unique pirate ship. So you guys have any questions?
It's just, I mean, it's extremely expansive for what do you guys give as a estimation of?
Well, we're going to build out the worlds piece by piece. This is obviously a huge first step. We just want to make sure that obviously this is going to be the template that we can move forward on, that obviously has the bandwidth to cover all the bases that we want to cover. The first step we're going to do is going to be in this world. We're going to offer just hangouts and gamified activities in this world as we continuously build out. And then for people who love it, for people who want to come and hang out here, we'll open up the other worlds as beta testers, and we'll build the world around, again, the way that you guys want it to be built.
I think, again, this project's not going to be all VR, but we know we have a real business model and a business plan behind this project. So a lot of the opportunities lie in VR and play to earn games. So whether you love this stuff or not, our goal is to make sure that we're providing value and making sure that this stuff has long-term utility beyond just hanging out and having an NFT. So it's part of our long-term plan to make sure that we are increasing value as best as we possibly can with Spartan holders and any Battle Bunny holders. And
another cool part about utilizing this platform for building out a world like this is that it does get more eyes on the project, right? We hang out in here, this becomes a trendy world. People come in and they want to understand what this is all about. That's one of the unique aspects of this platform, which is called AltSpace VR. And again, we'll provide not only detailed instructions, but video instructions on how to set it up and ultimately access. It's really cool stuff. And there's other activities and worlds that we can bring in here as kind of a portal and a jump point. And to Jon's point, this is not the focal point of the entire project by any means. This is just another tool and complement utility that's offered to the owners of the NFTs.
And looking at it on the desktop is one thing, but when you put the goggles on and you're in here, it's a whole nother level. So much fun. It's so pretty.
it is cool. We always say that we haven't started, except look at this, man. It's a lot of work that went into this stuff, but
I
the
know.
reality is this thing will probably never be, but that's just who we are and what we're trying to do. So this thing is going to be,
Yeah, 'cause as technology gets crazier and better, we're gonna get better and
Yep.
crazy.
Yep.
This is just a way
and as the world
Yeah.
continues to get developed, we'll continue to build that stuff out because we can't help ourselves.
Yeah, it's a way to get ahead of the curve, and start building the worlds now. Because as the Battle Bunnies lands grow, the more factions come out, you get to explore more and more of Furchur's Island West. More lands are going to appear in the story, and then people will get to explore more and more of it while doing cool things in here and ways to play games and win certain things. There might be a collectible or an unlockable NFT that the only way you could get it is to find all of certain objects throughout the world of here. And those would be rare or limited amounts that the first, say, certain amount of people who find it and unlock all of it will get that particular prize. So
here's a real life proof of it. Hey, what's going on, man? Oh, that guy's leaving. This is a random guy that found the world, I guess. Hey, why are you walking away? Rich Moore.
You gotta be polite.
How's it going, man? Keeps leaving me.
He's checking it out. He's dancing.
You don't speak the English.
Maybe. But yeah, so that's the point. There's a few of us in here right now, which makes this world trending within the platform. So people pop in and they want to be where, a bunch of people are to check out what it is. So it's a cool marketing tool too, to get some eyes on the project, showcase the art, and then showcase some of the utility with respect to what we're offering with respect to this project.
We can't talk. Maybe he doesn't hear us because we're talking in Discord and not
We're,
inside the headset.
yeah, we're
Yeah,
mute
I don't have
on
it.
here. That's why. Because we're in Discord.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, he's talking.
I can mute
Oh, he is
on
talking.
Discord. So look.
He's talking.
Oh,
Oh, he said there's 5 people in here and nobody's talking.
What's
All
our
right,
national
so Frank.
Sign language.
unmute the Oculus.
We're all on Discord right now. We're a NFT project, so we're showing our community the world that we're building.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It's part of the team behind the project.
Sorry, guys. I know you're getting some feedback here.
The Battle Bunnies.
No, welcome.
No, you're fine. You're welcome.
Explore. We're just letting you know what it's all about.
There's a pirate ship over there you can get to if you find the treasure chest on the beach.
So this will be a way for us to show discoverability as we can make connections with projects that are building out. Again, Mike was saying this is currently in alt space VR, and there's somebody else just popped in here too. And right now that's just a platform, but this has been designed where we can plug and play and take this wherever we want to go. If it's, building out our own quote unquote metaverse, and everybody says they're building on metaverse, this world is designed where we can take this where we want to go, where we need to go. But it's a great discoverability tool for us to get more eyes on the project, which is valuable for everybody as well. So as people are popping in here, we're going to continue to host events that are beyond our Discord to get more people that are into VR, but into collectibles and into RPG and into animation and stories, and so it's a way for us to expand our reach, which brings value to the project ultimately.
Any thoughts, comments, suggestions, ideas?
No,
Cool.
I love it, Mike. I think you did an amazing job with it.
I heard that twice.
Yeah, and then also, I guess we have a video update that's a little different than community updates that we'll release tonight or tomorrow, where Frank and I are just chatting and updating everybody, so people in Australia can see it. They don't need to be here live. We have a video that we recorded that will give some further updates and show some of the VR stuff, but some of the animation stuff. There's some of the cool collectibles. I don't know if anybody has seen the cards, but if you haven't yet, this is a great first look where we actually videoed some of the cards.
They're being encapsulated, so we should have them.
Encapsulated right now.
They should be shipped in a few days to us.
Yep.
I spoke to Joe, the guy who owns the company, was doing it day before yesterday. So he said about 4 days to finish all of them.
Yep.
And then they'll ship them back to us.
So your NFT will be signed, graded, encapsulated, and we'll get that out and sent your way. And we're starting to build a collectible strategy, stuff that Frank has opened up my eyes to, and being at VCon and seeing it in action, just what collectibles can really do for communities. And we're going to be building out a collectible strategy that we're excited to show, starting with this very first Spartan NFT physical card, which is no joke, man. It is legit.
I'm excited about the animation.
Yeah, man, we got even more stuff. We're moving at such rapid speed that we recorded that video, a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, and there's some updates that didn't even make that video, that we didn't even anticipate at that time, but there's a full-out story that has become like a novel, and the first part will be shared. The updated video shows a lot of cool stuff, because I think we want to be a project that not just says what we're going to do or tells, but we're a show me kind of project. And so it's important for you guys to see that stuff, and that's important as we are making connections at these things like VCon and these events that we're going to, and Mike and Sharon will be up at NFT NYC. It's important that they see some of the stuff that we're already delivering before we even started beyond the Genesis collection. So important to check it out. If you got feedback, if you guys have projects for us to chat with, or you think there's some projects that are like-minded, we'd love any input that you guys have there. But all great things, man. All great things. I'm very excited where we're at, regardless of where the NFT market is, where ETH is. None of that stuff matters because we're here for the long term. So excited to start showing a lot of the stuff that we have built out.
So, John, I just realized we have a lot of like people who are newer to the community. I mean, they're very active in the community and became big parts of the community, but I don't think they've met you, Mike, or Sharon yet. So I don't think they're fully aware of who you guys are truly. And
Hell are these guys, man? What are you guys doing? Yeah, look, it's been for us, for me specifically, you can only speak to that. Like once we successfully launched that Genesis collection, we went straight to work. So I have a fear of a fear of making sure that we are delivering at warp speed. So basically, I just went heads down and started jumping in here and figuring out, okay, like how do we create a VR world and how does that implement into our business model? How do we build out the animation and the story, and what are other ways? And how do I go out? And I've been traveling a lot, so I have not been as active in the Discord because we've been out there and trying to get some eyes on the project, start to develop the project, so that we can come back here and all hang out, which we'll start to do a lot more of.
So, just for this is the main part of Food Fight Studios, the three that have really been helping us do everything behind the project. So that's why I just kind of wanted to introduce you, because I know some haven't met you guys and now know exactly who you guys are.
Yeah, man. Don't be shy. Reach out and connect. I mean, we're part of Food Fight Studios, as Frank said. So it's an animation and content creation studio, but we have a team, a social media team. It's a big team, just not beyond us three. But we are an Emmy, a two-time nominated studio and one-time winning for documentaries. We've done concerts. We've done a lot of cool things. So we are developing the story of the Battle Bunnies, man, and that's been our main focus. And we've left most things to the side so that we can continue to focus on this world, and we've been heads down here. So nice to meet anybody. Hoplite inside the Discord, hit me up, man.
And I got to touch John's Emmy.
Yeah, man, we're gonna get one for the Battle Bunnies, man. I know how the system works, so we're gonna get a Battle Bunnies Emmy.
Battle Bunnies can be Emmy Award-winning.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's Hoplite, the leader of the Spartans, Jack Beard over here, Captain
Hello.
Beard, and then Mia. It's Sharon, and she's our Sorceress Supreme.
It sounds like a Taco Bell order.
Sorceress Supreme.
Well, that'll bring multiple trips to the bunny hole.
Okay. You just ruined my appetite in an instant. I went from hungry to not.
So just so you know, these are some of the team that we work with on a daily basis, and are really helping to bring all of this to life with me and Krista. So we're forever grateful to them for everything they've been doing with us. And there's a lot more to the team too. Pop in and out of Discord.
So that's basically it, guys. You guys have any other questions or any other comments from where we're at with
I
this?
have one quick question. How much money did Frank save on hair care? And then how much did Krista spend?
Might be an even balance, actually.
I think so.
Yeah,
Frank has the beard. That requires some treatment.
Yeah. She purposely made my hair fall out so we'd have extra money for her hair care.
That's why they don't have legs, bro. They couldn't afford them.
That's exactly why.
No doubt.
I said it because nobody could see you scratching your balls, but I guess they could kind of see where your hands go, so.
That's a good shot. Hang on, stay there.
Oh, stay where are we staying?
Perfect shot.
Well, I am going to be heading out. You guys have made my up with all this talk of Taco Bell and whatever. I'm going to go eat. But if anybody has any questions on this VR and how it applies, and specifically to a business model, feel free to reach out, because I think we want to be open and transparent about all the different ideas that we have and on the stuff that we are doing. But we'll start to be more active in the Discord, but we are there every day. So reach out, hit me up if you have any questions specifically to VR or the animation stuff and how it pertains. But also, if you guys see any cool projects, whether it's animated, VR, definitely let us know, because we are in that stage where we are ramping up and letting the horse out of the gate, and they're going to be sprinting to the next stage of this project. So nice to meet everybody that I haven't yet already, and I'm out.
Have a good night.
Cool. See you guys.